Hello everyone, welcome to Solo Sunday. Also, I just had a cat trying to destroy this board. We'll see if I'm able to play successfully. I may throw cats on the floor. I do like the cats, but the problem is Elfie, one of my cats, it was trying to eat these pieces over here. And that's going to be a very hard gameplay to run if the walls of this corporation, of Syscorp, are going to be eaten. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co, and today we're playing through Burgle Bros 3 Future Flip. This is coming to you from Flowers Games. I've played previous iterations of the Burgle Bros. This is the newest iteration of it. I will be doing a review for you at some point, but that's not today. Today is the gameplay. I'm playing it. Today I'm playing the game. So, let's go. Oh my gosh. Freaking, where's my phone? Oh no, I missed it. I wanted to get a photo. I had a cat scrambling up the shelves over there in the background. Speaking of which, good segue over here. This channel is sponsored by Allplay. If you want to get the shelves that you see in the background over here, head over to allplay.com. They make these shelves. They are fantastic. Review coming soon. I've been saying that for a while now, but I'm waiting for the table so this room looks complete. But there will be a review of the shelves. They are not the cheapest, but they are very, very, very nice. I do like them a lot. But anyways, head to allplay.com if you want to check out the shelves or a variety of other things that Allplay does. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into this. The basic idea over here is we are going to be trying to, how to put this? We're trying to destroy the mainframe, whatever you want to call it over here. This card over here. We're playing with Ultrax this game. I'm playing with the Hawk and the Rook as my two characters. When you play solo, you do double hand, you do two characters over here. And we have floor 1 and floor 2. A lot of this will make more sense as I start taking my turns, but the basic system is I'm trying to wander the floors, engage with various people to slowly take out the various enemies over here. These two guys, Roko and Whack. I want to destroy them, which will unfortunately upgrade them to their more advanced sides when we destroy them. Then we'll take out the advanced sides where we'll be able to kill the Omega Protocols over here. And then from there, once both Omega Protocols are on the board, we can actually take out the mainframe itself. So we're kind of trying to take those things out. And in order to do those, we need to collect various hacking cards from this deck over here. This deck is going to have a whole bunch of symbols on it. It'll make more sense as we get these, but these will help us. Gathering these cards are key to trying to actually win the game. If without these cards, you can't really do anything. To that end, we're just going to start taking turns, but the basic sequence of play is I take turns using my actions that I have over here, and then the game takes turns, and then back and forth. That's all we really do. We are trying to combine our program cards. We can only hold up to 5 of them, but we'll see. Watch it all play out as we go. So to start with, we'll start with the Hawk over here. I might use this over here. I'll use this over here. I'm going to use this token for right now to mark whose turn it is, because otherwise I will rapidly lose track. Also, I have an open knife on the table. That's not great. So, the Hawk. With the Hawk over here, what we're going to do is we are going to take a turn, I guess, because that seems like a reasonable thing to do. So the Hawk's going to take a turn. She's going to use her 3 actions. I should probably put them on the board over here. You start on the air duct. The air duct starts on one side specifically, and then it starts on floor 1. We choose where it goes after seeing everything else. We have a stealth token on the floor. We have cool tokens. They're on our tool cards because they'll be easier to follow. And let's take some first turns. I think for the first turn, I'm just going to be crazy, and I'm just going to walk forward. We do have the sys-op over here is going to be heading over here, which is good for us. The problem is a new card can pop up any time. It could go 1, 2, and then directly back here. So that's a problem that we have to be mindful of. So to that end, I'm going to spend my first action, and I'm going to go over here. We're going to immediately draw a token from the bag over here. We're going to draw a token from this bag, a floor from this bag. We're going to take its specific side over here. Use this side. No, we want our first floor over here. Use this side of disguise over here. Okay. So we're currently in our disguise form. On our characters, we have our disguise form and our gear form. Basically, we're currently walking around a little bit less obvious to the enemies. We have our cool. If we lose our cool, then we go to our gear source, our form, where we still have some degree of stealth, but we'll walk through that as we need. So we're going to use the side of disguise. There's also a stair symbol over here. That's important because the third stair symbol is where we're going to find the stairs to the second floor. Right now, we're only on the first floor. So we immediately went to that one over there. We are going to place a worker on this tile because that's the workers. Those are the ones we need to talk to. So while here, when you charm, it costs no action. Well, that seems like a great thing to do early on. So with our 3 actions, and in fact, we'll probably use this die to count down our actions to make our life a little easier right now. So we use our first action to immediately just move to another zone. Our second action, we're going to use to charm. Well, we're not going to use an action because that's what this says. So we're going to use an action to charm, although the interesting part is because it costs no action, it might be in my best interest Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to wander this way. So I'm going to directly move that way using our second action. We're going to count down to 1. Then again, this will make more sense when we see all the actions. And we have this tile. Use this side if on the first floor. While here, you may peek at the tile above. This tile is seen by sysops in the tile above. Ooh, interesting. So we can kind of look at the tile directly above us, which is over here, which is interesting. That might be worth doing. That might be worth doing overall, but right now we're going to take a worker and put it on there. Again, that's important for our strategic plans. And then we have one more action. Now, this is the interesting part. It is possibly beneficial for me to peek at the tile above. It does give me information over here, but I only have one action left. And the flip side is, if the enemy deck does a refresh, I think they did a refresh on the setup card. No, they did a refresh on this setup card. So there's going to be refresh cards over here, and I might lose the refresh benefit. I'm torn between the peek. I'm going to peek. I'm going to peek. Peeking is an action where normally you can peek at adjacent tiles. But in this case, I'm going to peek at the tile above, and we're going to draw a tile and place it on the tile above. So use the side if disguised. We are still disguised, so we're going to place this one over here. We're going to place a worker on there. When you enter here, you may ready an exhausted worker on this tile. Good to know. So we got a little information there. That is helpful to know. But that was our last action. So we're going to move that over there now with our 3 actions on this side. And then we are going to, from there, so we're done with our turn over here, which means the enemy is now going to move. So the enemy is going to wander. They're specifically going to go 1, 2, because they have 4 actions in a 2-player game. Then they've reached their destination, so we're going to draw a new destination card. This could have been a refresh, but it first resolves this. This is going to place us up here, which means now it's going to go 3. We're going to draw another card. It's another refresh. And now the token goes here, and now it goes 4. It's basically going to slowly wander along its movements unless an alarm is triggered, at which point if an alarm is triggered, then it's heading towards the alarm. That's basically that. So what we're going to do now is after you're done with that, we then draw one of these cards to see what happens. And it was a refresh. This is why. I probably shouldn't have. So specifically, these workers would stand back up, which is an essential part. So hindsight is hindsight. Honestly, there were 3 refreshes in a row. We're burning through the refreshes there. That was not a good first turn. Even though everything's fine, even though we're not caught, right now, these workers were basically, in this deck, we went through multiple refresh cards, none of which actually helped us. 2 were to draw, and the last one, because effectively you draw cards for the destination, and then you draw 1 card to resolve the bottom effect. The tricky part is, ultimately, our goal is to talk to the various workers who don't like the corporation they work for, which is realistic, get information from them, but then they are exhausted. By having this play out the way it did, we kind of lost an exhaust in exchange for a peek. I wish I had done things differently. Ah well, you live and you learn. Okay, next turn. We go to this person. We're going to count down. He's going to move into the corner over here. Do I want to, again, if I go 1, 2, 3... That's not the worst. Okay, so we're going to go into the corner here. I'm going to see what we can find because right now it's safe down here. So we're going to go directly down there. We are going to draw a tile. And that tile is the laboratory. Look at both sides and choose which side you want to place face up. While here, you may spend 2 actions to jump a player to a tile surrounding their tile, ignoring walls. Ooh, that's interesting. Because he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then almost certainly 4. We could jump there, but that's not really helpful for us right now. Or, while he may spend an action to draw and discard a patrol card and jump to the indicated tile. I think that's more interesting. We're going to use that one. It does mean we're kind of loses over here, but we are going to draw. We have 2 actions left. Oh, spend an action. So 1 action would jump me, which basically means if I land here or here, I will lose my cool. But that's fine, because this one is not likely, because we just drew that one over here. Oh, and this one's not likely, because on the first card. So we are fine. We're safe. We're going to do this right now. So we are going to spend an action. We will have 1 action to move after this. We're going to draw a patrol card, and we're going to jump to the indicated tile. Now, we are jumping, which is interesting, because jumping does not count as entering a tile. We're getting a lot of good tiles here, which is fine. Use the side of disguise. When you enter, you may ready an exhausted worker in this tile, but that's not relevant because, oh, we're supposed to have a worker on this tile. We're supposed to have a worker pop up there, and we're supposed to have a worker pop up here. But we are popping over here into this tile. We do not enter the tile. I know it looks like we enter the tile, but whenever you have the word jump, you are not entering a tile. Now, because of that, I could charm, but I think it's in my best interest to go down over here, just to discover what this is and get that out of the way, just to explore the board. So we are going to wander down here with our last action, because again, we think we're pretty safe as far as things go. But we got this one. Start on this side. Okay, while here, you may spend an action to have all players here jump up or down a floor. Flip this if you do. Interesting. Okay, we can spend an action to have all players here jump up or down a floor. So we basically got our stairs. Speaking of stairs, I haven't been tracking, but we still only have one stairs tile. Okay, so we are fine overall. Let's go ahead and continue. That was our turn. Turn 2. We're going to leave it on him for right now. We'll move it in a second. We are going to have the AI go. So we have 1, 2, 3, because it now got there. We aren't going to resolve this until we get to the second floor. Then we're going to resolve a new card over here. And it's going down to C4. It's one action left. It moves down there. We are heading back down here, which is fun. We are heading back down there, which means we need to be careful here. She can go 1, 2, 3. That's not the worst. The problem is you have to remember that you effectively have 2 turns in between things. So in a weird way, she's safer to go here. She would lose a cool, but then she can explore this side of the board more safely, which I think is what we're going to do. So let's start by getting information. We have 3 actions. We're going to rotate down 2, going over here. Then we go 3, 4. I guess so. We're walking onto the spot and losing 1 cool. Okay. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. So we are going to resolve this right now. Okay, I like this action. Alternatively, I could pop down here and just pop anywhere on the board. That's also interesting. We shall see, because these spots are potentially dangerous. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Fine, let's do this. So while here, we're going to take a charm action without using an action. So we're going to do this. The way the charm action works is you can charm, gather workers to draw program cards 1 at a time. So we don't have workers here and here, which means we are a little limited, but that's fine. What we are going to do is we're going to start with this one. We're going to charm them. So we're going to exhaust them, and we're going to draw a program card, which could have a stop effect on it. It does have a stop effect. Wow, how annoying. Although in this case, when you charm here, it does not cost an action. It costs no action, so we can charm again. Stop drawing, geared, trigger an alarm here, which is, we're not geared, so we are fine. Disguise sits up on your floor, gains a suspicion, which is honestly just as bad. Not really just as bad, it's similar levels of bad. We're going to put a suspicion on them. When it hits that spot, we're going to remove workers on my floor until no tile has more than 1 worker, which is not great, because you're about to see what happens when you continue this. Because, we do have this card over here, which is nice, and we are going to take another charm action. Now, because this had a stop, normally this would cost us another action, but on the robot assistant, we don't have to spend an action. So we can basically just pull this guy in and exhaust him. You can pull from adjacent tiles, directly adjacent tiles. We're going to draw a tile, and we got this. Now the reason these matter is because you can see over here, you can pair them up with like colors. And when you have like colors, you can take down the sys-op. Once you take down the sys-op over here, you can get a harder one to take down, and then eventually you take down the kill code on the big guy. Okay, so that is basically not great. Not great overall. But we do have these tiles. We do have a hand limit of 5. We'll put these down here so you can see them a little bit on camera. That was action 1 because we've moved, spent 2 free actions. Action 2 and 3 down here because then I could charm this person, which is not the worst, and then just jump anywhere. So I think we will do that. We are going to go down 2 and 3. Those are our actions, which means now he goes 1, 2, 3, or she goes, as the matter goes. 3. We are going to reveal this, and now he's headed directly over here. So we're going to go there. We're going to reveal a new card, and then we're placing this down over here, which is going to make our life a little bit more complicated because we are going next. We might jump to the next floor now because of that specifically. But first, we draw a card at the end of the turn, which I don't think I did last turn. So we're going to do that now, because I think I did it on her turn. I did not do it on his turn, so we're going to do it again. So we're going to draw a suspicion card, putting this over here, and we're going to draw our second one for the turn that we missed, and that's a refresh, because we'll pretend this is the last one, and now we have a refresh. Both these people stand back up, and then they move down. That's actually interesting. That's going to work out well for us. So these guys are going to wander around the office. So you only wander if you can. If you can't, because it'll go off the board, then you don't wander, which makes sense. People don't wander where they can't go. Anyways, that actually is really, really good because our charm action is going to be so much stronger when it gets back to our turn. But first, we're on to the Rook's turn. So, the Rook's going to go. He has his 3 actions to start with. I will note, once you go to your gear side, you do get more actions and more of a hand size, but you're kind of giving up a little bit of your cool, so to speak. Also, I've been forgetting my abilities. Once per turn as a free action, you may peek through an adjacent wall. That would have been helpful. If you lose any amount of cool, you may exhaust your work on your tile to avoid it. Also helpful. I should look at my abilities before I start things. Back to the game. It's the Rook's turn. The Rook is going to, because this guy's heading 1, 2, 3, and for all we know, after that he'll come down here, the Rook's going to hop to the next floor, which is going to have an interesting effect that only, at the end of your turn, you only move the sys-op on your floor. So it actually gives us a lot more control to have one player doing each floor so they don't get in each other's way. So we're going to start by doing a charmed action. So we're going to exhaust the first one, charm. It's a stop. Lovely. Trigger an alarm here. No. Sit stop on your... Oh, no, disguised. Sit stop on your floor, gains 1 suspicion. Which is not great because that's going to resolve now. So disguised, sit stop on your floor, gains a suspicion. Okay. So we're going to resolve that and we stop drawing. Then, because of that, he's going to activate. We're going to remove these 3 and triggers ability, remove workers on my floor until no tile has more than 1 worker. So we're going to remove the exhausted worker because why not? Then we're going to do that action again because we do need cards. So we're going to once again spend an action, counting down. We have 1 action left, which means we're going to end on this floor, which I think is fine. Jump up and down, flip this tile if you do. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to draw again. So we drew this, which means we now have a blue. That's helpful for Roko down here. It's not helpful for Whack. So we are going to combine those to make a blue. We could combine these, we could recombine how we want, when we want. None of these colors are going to help for there. We could, by the way, we could link to trade program cards if we are on a tile that has the link symbol, like such as over here. Linking can be very helpful to get the right tiles to the right people when you need them. Now I have 1 action left. I could spend an action to jump up or down a floor and flip this tile if you do. I think I kind of want to. So we are going to jump up a floor right now, which means we're going to pop over here. It's jumping, so we're not going to resolve any thing that says entering. Use the side if no wall borders this tile. Use the side if any walls border this tile. While here, you may move to any neighboring tiles, ignoring walls. Very useful. Then, over here, we are going to flip this tile. And this person is exhausted, by the way. When a worker moves here, remove it. Okay, well, that's not fun. It's a hazard site now. That is that. The worker's moving, not when they are there now already. It goes back to her turn, but first we now need to resolve the program of this floor. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and not get to its program. And then it's going to draw a card from the matching deck, and we are going to gain a suspicion onto him. Okay, that was his turn. We move the die over here. Again, we're trying to ultimately get program cards to take these guys down. That's the main thing we are doing for right now. Next up, we need more, we need to do a drawing action. So we're going to spend our first action, and we're going to charm this worker here. So we're going to charm the first worker. We are going to then reveal a program card, and it's got that one. So it's a yellow and a blue. So we now have the blue and or yellow that we need. We're going to not spend another action, because with 1 action, unless there's a stop, you can now pull this guy here, charm that, please have a yellow. Does not have a yellow. Okay, we are also at 4 out of our 5 program cards, which does not bode well for what we need. What can we do over here? So we are there. What do we want to do? We are going to, we have 1 action left. We want to jump. So we're going to jump with a second action. Well, I guess we have 2 actions left. We're going to spend an action to jump to, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? We just jumped to the tile that we're on. The good news is it means we can do that again if we want. The bad news is that might have a negative consequence if we go in their line. So do I risk that? What a terrible time to jump. What a terrible freaking time to jump. I think we're going to risk it. We're going to jump. Okay, so we're going to jump again with the last action, and we are jumping to over here. Man, you are the worst jumper ever. I don't know why I'm doing that. That goes here. Okay, great. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can't stand that I just did that. And my turn. We're going to move this up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, draw a new destination tile. It's going back to over here. So 4, and then draws a resolution tile, and it gains 1 suspicion. So overall, not the best turn. Now we could peek over here, but I don't know if I care as much. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go over here. So back to him. He's now on this floor. He could move to any neighboring tiles, ignoring walls. I think given that he started here, it means we're pretty safe to not get here. So I think we are going to move to a neighboring tile, ignoring a wall. So we're going to do that and draw from the bag. That's our first action. We have this one. Start on this side. Okay, we also have our second stairs. Oh, we have our third stairs icon. Third stairs icon, which means this is the stairs location. When you enter, roll a die for each camera tile that isn't disabled. We have no camera tiles. If you roll at least 1, 6, there's no camera tile, so we're good. Oh no, this one, this is a camera tile. So we have to roll a die. So roll a die for each camera tile that isn't. If you roll at least 1, 6, trigger an alarm here, unless you spend a cool. We did not roll a 6, so we are good to go. Also, I've been making sure to put tokens out on the people. I didn't put a token down here. I didn't remember this stuff. I probably should have charmed. Whatever, it is what it is. We do have our stairs token though, because we have 1, 2, and 3, which means the stairs token goes on the matching location on the board. So that's the stairs between the zones. So he can actually walk back downstairs. So he basically jumped up through the atrium. Was it the atrium? No, it was the testing site. Oh, lovely. So he jumped up through the testing site. Oh, the atrium's over here. And then after that, he's like, oh, funny me. The stairs are actually right next door. Good to know. So that's the stairs. When you enter this. So basically, whenever we enter the stairs location, the camera's going to trigger, which is not ideal for moving between stairs. So I guess we're not going to move between stairs right now. That was action 1, by the way, because we moved here, which means we have our action down to 2. We could do other things. What do we want to do? We could wander here, but now this is less useful because we have to come back through here, which you could argue now is a good time to do that. I'm going to argue now is a good time to do that. So we're going to do 1 over here, because if we're going to have to do it, let's get out of the way before there's too many cameras. Watch this be a camera. Watch it be a camera. We have the empty foyer. Start on this side. While here, seen by sysops and adjacent tiles. As soon as 2 more workers are on this tile, flip it. That shouldn't be a problem for us because adjacent requires not a wall, and we're about to move away anyway. So not really an issue. We can now wander away. It's a good thing that they are. Well, it's a good thing in general. I mean, it's a good kind of corner to be stuck in. We are going to wander back here with our last action. So we wandered, which means we do roll this die. Do not roll a 6. That's a 6. Mother trucker. What were the chances? Trigger an alarm here. That is terrible. Unless you spend 1 cool. I will spend a cool. Holy hell, I'll spend a cool. Okay, we're going to spend the cool. That's the first, again, you haven't had to seen us spend our cool. Basically, the way the game works in general, structure-wise, is you are going to have run-ins. So the game gives you cool and stealth because run-ins are going to happen because you can't perfectly predict all the randomness. Your job is to minimize how many bad things happen through good decisions, and once in a while, bad things happen. Like, for example, that's 6. My game isn't ruined. I just lost a cool. So you just need to mitigate your risks and hope that random fate works in your favor as well. That's my turn. He's going to go here. Then he's going to draw a card. We are going to now move to C3, which is here. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, back to he's over here. 2, 3, 4. Yep, okay. So he's kind of in my way, which isn't great. It's not great. What can I do to solve that? He's over here heading here. I can kind of wander here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go 1, 2, because again we have 3 actions. So we have 1 action left. We're going to draw a tile from the bag. Hope it's nothing bad. We have a look at both sides and choose your side place. When you enter, you may jump any single worker to a tile adjacent to that worker. Okay. While here, once per turn, you may spend an action to jump another player to a tile adjacent to them. Okay, you can spend an action to jump another player to a tile adjacent to them. I think I'm just going to have to wander through the worker, which is not the end of the world. You may spend an action to jump another player to a tile adjacent. Yeah, I don't love it. What's the other option? Jumping means I ignore the effects, which is not bad. Any single worker. I'm going to do this one. We're going to do this one, okay? We're going to place this here. We're going to be able to jump players, not workers. The problem is I have 1 action left. And that's not where I want to end my turn anyway, which I only just thought of it now. So we're going to draw a tile from the bag, and we're going to wander this way. Now, sometimes you can get bounced back, by the way. To enter requires an additional action to enter for each worker here. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Requires additional action to enter for each worker here. So that's going to be, I love how I told you now I can get bounced back. This is the time you're getting bounced back. So I can't go into the cubicles unless I spend an additional action. The problem is he's now going to go onto my tile. And watch what happens there. I don't think I have any options here. We're going to have him pop here. Now, if you walk onto their tile, you lose 1 cool. If they walk into your tile, you lose 2 cool. It's the difference between kind of managing to be proactive as far as how you hide versus being a little startled. Like, they just walked up to you, they're like, hey, do you work here? As opposed to you walking up to them being like, I'm just going to grab this thing from the cabinet. You're in disguise, but if you are in control of the narrative, you lose less cool. Right now, though, at any point, by the way, we can just jump to our other side, which we're not doing yet. We are not doing. Okay, so we are... Oh, wait, no, wait, one second. Yeah, I tried moving there. That's it. Yeah, we're done. Okay, so... Oh, what's interesting, I could pop to my other side and gain an action. I'm fine not doing that, but at any point, you can just give up. Like, I could have popped to my other side, gained an action, and then step backwards. That's an option I had. You do have tools at your disposal, basically. Why am I using this? I'm using this die back and forth. Anyways, So right now, I lose 2 cool, which we know. They might spend 1. And then, oh, did I draw a card? I didn't draw a card on my last turn. So we add a suspicion. Okay, gotta make sure to do that. So we draw a card to see the next location. That's going to be B4 over here. And it goes 2, 3, 4, which means next location. Let's shuffle it up and see what the next location is. Because the next location, we used all 4 of its actions, but the next location we don't know yet. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And next location is C1. Okay, the decks are fresh again. So we have to be mindful of that because bad things are going to happen. Then we draw a card for this, and we do get to add a suspicion, which I don't love. But also, we get to with words, refresh everyone. So these guys pop up, and this guy pops up. So that's good. The downside is right now he has 1 more till he eliminates workers again, which will make our life a little easier here, to be fair. Anyways, back to the rook. The rook's in a bit of a situation where we might actively lose cool. Add 2 workers onto your tile or an adjacent tile. Lose 1 cool if you have any. The fan club's not a bad thing to do. Add 2 workers onto your tile or an adjacent tile. The upside of that is it can give me actions to spend, but I think I have 3 actions, so I think we're just gonna wander through here. So we're gonna go with 1. We lose 1 cool. We could exhaust a worker on our tile. So let's see what happens first. Let's see the tile that comes out because we're just doing a move. Use this side unless this tile is in a corner. Okay, so we could exhaust a worker to not lose the cool. You may move a worker in this tile to avoid losing a stealth. I will choose to exhaust one of those workers and not lose my cool. Okay, so we're going to put the cool back. We're going to stay as cool as possible with this rook guy over here. That was action 1. Action 2 is we're going to pop up over here and see what happens. I'm just kind of wandering around. You could peek and see things, but I'm just choosing not to. While here, seen by sysops and adjacent tiles, as soon as 2 or more workers are on this tile, flip it. Lovely. Lovely. So right now, we are going to... that's not great for us, but that's okay. We can work with that. Now, I will note, one of the things I have not been totally certain on with these tiles is when you're seen, it's effectively as if that's the same tile. But I believe that because I moved there, it's treated similarly to if I moved into my own tile, so I lose 1 cool. So it's kind of, as I believe, meaning if they move, if this guy were to move from here to here, I would lose 2 cool. I believe because I'm moving into it, I just lose 1 cool, I believe. Which is not great, but that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Wait, am I supposed to have... Nah, I can't track how much cool I lost. I can't remember what happened. We're going to do it. It's fine. It's all good. So I'm seen over there. But now what I could do is I could do a charm action. Because I'll actually pull the workers here, which is interesting because it will let me to flip the tile, which I think I want to do. So we are going to go ahead and do a charm action. So action 1, we're over here. We went 1, 2, and now we're going down to 0. Where's my die? So over here, we're going down to 0, and we're doing a charm action. So we are going to charm and draw a tile. So we're going to... Oh, one that is exhausted. Oh, that's not good. Maybe I don't want to do that then. Because if one's already exhausted, you know what? I think we're going to spend our last action to just walk up over here and see what horrible things happen there. So, we got this one, and it is cubicles. To enter, we cannot enter, so it's going to have 2 people onto it. That actually works really well for us right now, because next time we'll do a charm action and pull people in, as long as we don't get hit by this guy while things happen. So, end of my turn, he's going to go 1, and we're going to draw a new card. We are now going down over here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we draw one of these, and it's going to refresh everyone, which pulls this guy up, but then everyone moves this way. How mean can you be? That's so terrible. That's so terrible. It just removed all the people that I wanted there, which is absolutely terrible. But it's not the end of the roll, because I could wander here and then do a charm action. Is that what I want? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's go ahead. Let's go back here. So we're down over here. We can now choose what we want to do, which is, we're over here. We lost a bunch of our cool, which is fine. We could charm and pull those people over. So let's do a charm action, because we do want a yellow. We want a yellow right now, so we can take that guy out. So we're going to charm. So action goes down to 2, and we will charm, and we did not get a yellow. Then we will charm again. No, we don't. We'll pull a person over. Then we charm again, pulling the next person over, and exhausting. And we want a yellow. We want a yellow. That's every color of the rainbow, but not a yellow, which is terrible. We are going to discard this one because we don't need this now, because we need the right color. We'll create a little discard pile over here and shuffle them as needed. That didn't help us. I mean, it helped us a little bit. I could wander up here now, but I don't think I want to go that direction. I think I have 2 actions left. I think I can wander here and then wander here decently safely. So let's do that. Oh my gosh, decisions. The flip side is I could go down here. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's a safe haven because he's going to go up there. We're going to go 1, 2 down here. Okay? That's good. That's fine. Ends our turn. I think that works out in my favor. Then we are going to have them go. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then draw a card to resolve the next thingy. They're going to refresh those people, which is beautiful. Could not have asked for a better result over there. Great. On to here. We are over here. We're going to go up. Do we want to go up? Or do we want to go down here? We can get 3 charm actions over here. Or we can go up and play it safe. I think we might go down and go for the 3 charm actions. So we're going to go down here. Alright, then we're going to charm. Because we need yellow and, well, pink. Yellow and salmon. We're going to do a charm action. We'll pull this guy in over here and see what happens. We get 1 card. It's a stop. Disguise, sits stop on your floor, gains 1 suspicion. So we have to stop drawing cards. That's our first action down. Where's our action die? We are down to 1 action left because we moved and charmed. We got our salmon color, which is amazing, and they gain a suspicion, which is not amazing because that's going to trigger the 3rd one, and then immediately move me 2 tiles towards my destination, ignoring any walls. Now again, this one I'm not certain of. I believe he moves 1, meaning he ignores walls, but I don't believe you draw another card right now. We are going to draw another card for the new destination, but I don't think he goes back to here. I could be mistaken about that one. Got to make some decisions over here. Then we are done with that, which means we still have 1 action, and he's heading here, which means he's very likely going to head to our zone unless we are careful. So charming someone is doable, not necessarily the best. The problem is he's likely heading this way no matter what. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's likely heading that way no matter what, unless I go up here and play it a little safe, which I think I'm going to do. No, because he's going to see me when he walks past anyway. Man, this is not what I wanted for myself. This is not what I wanted for myself. I could go back here, which honestly feels crazy, but I think it's the thing to do. We're going to wander back here. Do we have a yellow on this card? We don't. We're going to wander back there. We are going to roll a die to see if we roll a 6. We did not roll a 6, but I think that's important because I think this is the safest area. Then he's going to go 1, draw a new card, and he's going to be 1 up here. So we're going to there, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was decent enough. Back to her, the hawk. You may peek through a wall. That could be useful, but I don't think we're doing that right now. I think what we're currently doing, we could peek at this tile. We're actually going to spend a peek action. I haven't done that like all game, but we're going to spend a peek action to actually see this tile over here. Because first of all, it's going to give us workers, hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. If there's at least 1 worker in any adjacent tile, nope, no workers. If there are no workers in adjacent tiles, use this side. When you enter, add a worker here. I like that to a degree. But I have 2 actions left. I could charm, move, charm, which will give me a lot of cards and give me the tools I need. So I'm going to charm. We're going to go down to 1 over here, and that means we're going to pull a worker in here, exhaust them, draw a card, and then discard a card. So we'll discard, I don't know if it matters significantly, we'll discard this one. Great. Then we're going to pull the next one in, and we're going to draw a card and discard a card. We will keep this one and discard this one because we do actually want the salmon potentially to be able to swap with them. Then we're going to walk up here with our last action, and then charm, pull them in, and draw a card, and discard a card. And then draw a card, give me a freaking yellow, discard a card. Dear Lord. This one's too good to pass up. I think we'll just get rid of, we have plenty of salmon at this point. Man, I want a yellow. We've only had 1 yellow in all the cards, and we need yellow on both of them, which is, I guess that means it's coming up sooner. Gambleless fallacy and all that. That was our turn. 1, 2. Destination card. Down to B4 over here. Whoops. 3, 4. So we're heading down here. By the way, I don't think I talked about it, but whenever they have multiple pathways, they choose clockwise. So when we were here, they would specifically go that way because they choose, even though they could go this way or they could go that way, they always prioritize clockwise. Over here, we are going with this person's turn. So that one's out of the way. We could wander here. Because while here, you're seen by sys-ups and adjacent tiles, but it doesn't work the reverse. So if I move here, I am safe. So we are going to wander here with our first action. And then we're going to spend an action to once again pull the people in. So we're going to pull this person in over here and draw a tool card. We got a yellow. Glitch. Flip all revealed camera tiles to their other side. Fun. Okay. It's not a stop though. Camera disabled. Lovely. So we got our yellow, which we do need. And now we're going to pull this one in and draw another card. Is it another yellow? Glitch. Draw a tool. The stop on your floor gains a suspicion. So that's helpful-ish. We gain a suspicion over here. But we do draw a tool card, which you haven't seen us do yet. Use a single red match of program cards to hack a sys-op in a single red match. Oh my gosh. I can do that. I can do a single red match to hack a sys-op in your tile. Okay. Well then, it's a little risky, but I think it's worth doing. Because he won't move this turn, but he'll move... Let me just double check. I need to double check the rules for this. I believe he moves the turn after. It will not move. Yeah, it'll draw. Okay, yeah. So basically what's going to happen is we are going to do this. So we're going to spend our last action to move to its tile. We are going to lose a cool, unfortunately, but it's one cool. We can make that work. Then we are going to spend a red match, use a single red match. Tools are free. Use a single red match of program cards to hack assist off. We're going to discard the tool. We are using a red match. Those are going to be discarded. And then we're going to hack him, which means you get to see how this plays out. We're going to remove this card, and we're going to the pile of cards over here, and we're going to draw one of these cards. I'll just go ahead and shuffle and then draw the top one. Okay, we're going to draw this one, put him on its red side. That's how that works. We are going to, he's still moving 4, which is interesting. We are going to put a new location he spawns on, so he's going to be spawning on A4. He keeps the same location. He will not move this turn. He will move next time. Okay, so this turn he will not move on this floor. So we do have a brief reprieve. That's not bad. That's not bad. So we have time to get out of the way. So we just hacked our first one. We need to hack him again, hack her twice, and then hack Ultrax. That's the order and sequence here. But we're done. We're done with that. It's not bad overall. Okay. I think we are comfortable with how this played out. We still do draw a tile to see what happens, and he gains a suspicion. So that still happens. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely over here. So she doesn't have these people to help her, which is not great. We could kind of wander up here right now to try to figure that location out, which is not crazy. That's the bad guy. If we go 1, 2, 3, we might buy a brief reprieve, but we could get stuck here, which I don't love. So maybe going into the corner is not the worst, he says, wondering. I don't love it. I also could go down here and pop out somewhere. 1, 2. And just pop somewhere. But that feels very risky because I could pop onto his desired pathway at any point. I could just go here and give up an action. That's honestly possibly the least crazy thing to do. She's been terrible at jumping around randomly, I'll say that. So I think we're not going to do that. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to see what happens. Okay, we're going to draw a tile from the bag, and we're going to see we have a use this side on the second floor, this side. While here you may peek at the tile above, but this tile is seen by the tile above. So I'm seen by this tile up here. Okay, so that's not the worst. And we put a worker there, which is very good. And that's our turn. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they're going to reveal a new destination card, which is a 3. And then we are going to reveal their end of turn card, which is gain a suspicion, which is terrible. Remove workers on my floor until no tile has more than one worker. Boom, boom. Those are both gone. Okay, that was not ideal because we need the workers. We need the yellows. Give us yellows, please. Okay, over here. So we have our turn to now get out of the way, which is important because they're up there. Now I could go here and here, which is not crazy because it's very unlikely that they'll go there. The question is if things go south when I draw that card. I think I'm okay with it. We're going to go 1, 2 because I think that does buy us some time. We have 3 actions. We drew this. If the identification room tile is in play, use this side. I don't believe it is. I don't believe the identification room is in play. Okay. Identification room. When you enter, if you have less than 2 program cards, trigger an alarm. I do not have less than 2 program cards, so no alarm is triggered. That's amazing. Okay. We're going to place this down and put these here, as well as a new worker is going to go on that tile, and then we're going to spend an action to charm. So we're going to exhaust the first worker. We're going to draw a yellow. Lovely. Oh, we don't need yellow anymore. We actually need to get back to her to give them the yellow. We have blues, which are helpful. We need blue, orange, and red. So we have a red, and we're going to exhaust the next one. And we're going to draw a card, and we have... Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So we got orange and red. We got our blue, orange, and red. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this, how well you can see this. Smooth this out of the way. Basically, we're creating our little patterns of cards over here. Blue, orange, and red. Over there like so. Which means now we have... Oh my gosh, this is the problem. The problem is 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to get there. We could spend our last cool and pop there and take him out. That's not the worst. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can do it again, by the way. We could draw another card. I think we'll pause. Because we got all these. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to draw a new destination card. And this is annoying because, oh, it's B2. Oh, it's so annoying. The way it works is you can hack them either by going onto their tile, where you lose cool, or by going onto the destination tile. Those both give us tools. Dun, 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 dun. I don't love it. I think we're just going to have to lose cool, and that's fine. We're going to jump to our advanced side. Anyways, back to over here, where we can resolve things. Did I do this over here? I did not. B2 is the next tile, so we need to draw his end of turn, and he gains 1 suspicion, which is not good. All workers on my floor jump up or down a floor. That's interesting. Okay. He sends everyone away. That's so fascinating. Okay. We are going to go back here. We may as well. We need freaking yellows. Yellows and blues. We got our blue, so we'll charm. We'll charm over here. We're going to draw a card. Flip your current tile or an adjacent tile. I think we'll flip this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, to enter, if this is empty, requires 3 actions to enter. Lovely. Lovely. Well, that's silly. Ignore the effect of walls, keypads, cubicles, and deadbolts this turn. I think we're going to use our... He's going over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means it doesn't actually help us right now. I think I will peek. I'm going to spend my second action to peek at the tile above. So we're going to peek at the tile above. So we're going to see what's on the next floor. We have a camera. Okay, he starts on this side. So camera's not bad to get the camera out of the way. That's not the worst. We have 1 action left, which we are going to use to do nothing. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're having such a hard time. Then he's going to draw a card over here, and we are going to gain 1 suspicion. Things are going okay, but I really think that she's just dawdling around, and the rook's having a grand old time. The rook is going to move onto his tile, losing a cool. That means he's now only has 2 stealth tokens, and stealth tokens you just lose it. You lose a stealth token, but he's now jumps to the side, so he has another action. So we are down to 3 actions left. We are going to go ahead and hack. We're going to pay the kill code cost, which is again these tiles, to get rid of him. So all those cards are gone. He's down to 2 actions. Okay, and we're going to replace him with one of our Omega Protocols, which is going to be our Omega Protocols. Okay, we're going to place this in play, getting rid of the previous worker. And we now place our Mega Protocol. These are supposed to be replaced, by the way. I forgot to do that. So the Mega Protocol jumps to the advanced side, the super advanced scary side. And we are going to put a new location for him. The new location is going to be D1. He still has the same destination goal, but he popped over there. He's not going to move this turn. He does move 6. Okay, he moves 6, which is a little bit insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then jumps a new look. It's insane. I still have 2 actions left, which means I could try to get out of the way, which feels like it might be the hardest. Once per turn, use an action to jump another player to a tile adjacent to them, not through walls. Okay, we can't hack these guys, by the way. We just need to get to him. So we need to now... You need to get downstairs, which is the crazy part. Use an action to jump another player to a tile adjacent to them, not through walls. Alright, so we're going to spend an action, because I feel that's smart, and we're going to jump her to here, because that's totally fine. That's jumping is not counted as entering. We then have 1 action left. We will use our fan club, which these are just tokens over here. I'm going to use the fan club over here to add 2 workers onto your tile or an adjacent tile. Alright, lose 1 cool if you have any. I don't have cool, so no cost to do that. Then I'm going to spend my last action, and I'm going to try to charm. So I'm going to charm this person over here. I'm going to draw a card. We have that. Okay, because remember, now we need to gather all of these. He can now hold 8 cards. I'm going to charm my next one, and we have that. Beautiful. So we got our yellow. We're getting our primary colors all sorted over here. And then we're going to pull a worker in and charm that one. And we got that. So not as helpful, but you know, we need all the various colors of the rainbow, so that's fine. We'll move the tools out of the way so you can see all his cards up here. Okay. That's not the worst turn overall. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I just do it this turn? I did it this turn. So he doesn't move this turn. He doesn't move this turn. That's amazing. Okay, great. So we bought our tile some time, and then these workers all stand up, and he gains a thingy. So that's not good. The suspicion is not good. But all these people standing up is amazing. we are going to put a suspicion. Overall, though, it's pretty solid, but I do think that means we are now on to her turn, for her to do less fun things. She is over here, though, which makes our life significantly easier, but he's over here, which makes our life significantly not easier. What do I do? What do I do? I could Ghost Protocol over here, but I could have done that before. I think I'm going to save the Ghost Protocol, because I think that's better for me. We can go 1, 2, 3 and see what's here. I'm fine with that. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what's in that spot. We have a firewall. If the innovation tile is in play, use this side. So, when you enter here, if you have more than 2 program cards, trigger an alarm. So, good news, bad news. You get to see an alarm play out. Bad news is an alarm is playing out. So, first things first, we're going to add a suspicion to the current person. We're going to set their destination to me instead. And now they're going to head my way, which is not great. So, and we entered that. We went 1, 2, 3. That was our action. So it is possibly in our best interest now to vanish. Oh, we put a person over here. By vanish, I mean that we could jump a tile down if we escalate to our next step. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to jump to our advanced form and gain our extra action. Okay. So now we have 1 action left, which we'll use to move down here, which will put a worker in play. So that's helpful, and it means that they're heading there because that's when an alarm was triggered. That was a mistake. Not a mistake, it was a calculated risk that did not work out in my favor. Okay, they're going to go for their turn. 1, 2, 3. They're going to find the tile, and now they create a new destination, which is C3, which is right here. And then 4, new destination, which is going to be D1 up here. Beautiful. Okay, and then we draw a card, and it's going to be everyone refreshes and moves this way, which is actually amazing. Could not have asked for anything more. Okay. That was great. She'll be able to draw a bunch of tiles in turn and then hopefully walk up to him and take him out. She's only working with 2 stealth tokens, though, so that's going to be a little dangerous if we choose to do that there. That's the only downside, because the other option is going... Whatever, let's go back here. All right, do you want to come down and help us out here? Or do you just want to go ahead and draw a million cards? I guess he wants to draw a million cards, because he may as well. Let's do a charm action. 1, 2, 3. This is where the stair is. Maybe it's not the worst for me to head downstairs. Maybe it's not the worst. 1, 2, 3. Let's charm first. So we're going to charm. Okay, we're going to draw a card. We have a blue. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. We also have a salmon color. Okay, we're going to charm again. We are going to, got a yellow, which is totally fine. We got an orange. Okay, we're working on our colors. Then we're going to charm again. And we got a yellow and a green. So we got our green, orange. We basically have almost all the colors at this point. Green. Okay, working our way left. We have salmon. We do not have red yet. We have orange, we have yellow, we have green, and we don't have blue on this card. But we are going to pull this person in and see what we get. And we're going to charm. And we got, well, another orange and salmon. And we're now at 8 cards. We can probably discard this one safely at this point. We're going to charm again. Okay. And we got a red. So we now have our red and salmon. And we are going to discard this one because it's kind of extra. We are at our 8 card limit. And we have basically all the colors. We have yellow and we have blue, so this is going to be a yellow pairing. We don't actually have blue, I realize. We don't have blue. How do we not have blue and we have all of that? That's insanity. Alright, so that was our turn. That was our number 1 action. Then we're going to go 2, 3, and 4 to get out of the way. Those are our actions there. That's fine, I guess. I'm fine with that. Okay, then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drawing a new location, which is going to be C2. Is that what just happened? Did we have... Oh, C2's over here. C2's over here. There we go. And then 4 down to there. All right, we're going to shuffle the deck and draw a whatever happens next card. And we're going to reveal it. And it's a suspicion, which is not great because another suspicion and we're in trouble. But on to her. She gets to charm and she's working on finding... I guess we just need yellow. But we have 1 yellow. We need 1 more yellow. So she's going to charm. What do we have? We have a yellow. A stop drawing, which is fine. The stop on your floor gains a suspicion. Okay, so that's not great for us because that guy's been so annoying. We are going to discard a card as well. Let's flip this orange. Okay, great. We're going to discard. We have too many cards. We're still at too many cards. Okay, we'll get rid of this one too. Sure, why not? Okay, which means now we have the following. Oh, we have this like this, which is beautiful for us. Amazing. So what we're going to do right now is she gains a suspicion, which puts her at 3 suspicion, which means remove workers on my floor until there's 1 per tile. Then, I've used 1 action to charm. Okay. Oh, interesting. It takes an action to hack. But I have 4 actions. So I'm at 3. Okay, so this is where it's going to be a little risky. We are on stop drawing, trigger an alarm here. Oh, that's actually good. That's good for us. In this case, it's good for us. So it's going to put another suspicion on here. No, that was suspicion, because we're not disguised. We're in our geared form. So trigger an alarm here. Oh, something I have not been doing, by the way. When I killed the previous two, I should have drawn gear. I didn't do that. We might draw gear. You know, we're going to draw gear for us. Because he killed two previous people. He should have a smoke bomb and a memory injection. That's cool. Great. Well, we'll take a look at those in a minute. But for right now, we are back over here. And the reason that's relevant is because the alarm just moved over here. We triggered an alarm here, which in theory is not good. He gained a suspicion, he did his thing, and now he's heading here. The reason that is good is because the other way to attack them, to hack them, is to trigger their destination. Because this is the destination now, we can now spend an action and discard these three, which will kill him. Kill him as a loose term. We'll get rid of him. We'll draw a new card. And we have Nivar over here going 4. And then we already have Salmon, which does not help us at all. We are going to draw a gear. And we now have this gear, Thermal Bomb. Trigger an alarm on your current tile and place a stairs token on your current tile. This token works like a stairs figure for both the tile it's on and the tile up or down a floor. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, right now, though, we have a Thermal Bomb. We don't want to use that yet. We have 2 actions left. They are heading here, which is not great for us. They go clockwise, which I guess from their perspective is still this way. So if I have 2 actions left, it might be best to head here. Which I think I will probably do. I think that's in my best interest. So I am going to move 1, 2 over here to get out of the way. That's my turn. They're going to go 1, 2. Nothing's there. Reveal a new tile. A2, 3, 4. That's their turn. We're going to draw the bad card. They're going to gain a suspicion. All players alone in a tile, no sysops player or worker, lose a stealth, which is not great. But we have our 2 stealth. We are still doing fine over here. Back to over here. We have the rook. The rook wants to go downstairs to attack this person. But can we do so? Do we have enough actions to get there? No, we could, yeah. Watch. We're going to go 1, okay, 2, and then in their tile, we're now going to discard the matching system over here. So let's go ahead and just find a pairing. We need green. So we have orange, green, okay, and then we need red, so we are going to have to discard this full pairing, which is kind of a bummer, but I think it's worth it. That's the kill code. Take him out. He's now gone. And now we get our other Omega Protocol, as well as a big shift. We'll show you how that's going to work in a second. We're going to draw a destination for it, and the Omega Protocol is going to here. So we're going to put the other one down on D2, and we have a turn of leeway. He went 1, 2, 3. So he still has 1 action left. Now, so the problem we have now is we need to actually find the mainframe tile. We've done both of these people, which is amazing. That's great. But we actually have to find the mainframe tile, and there's a lot of tiles left to explore. So, we should, by the way, speaking of which, we should be putting a tile out over here, because he went there. We got a camera. Camera. When you enter, roll a die for each camera tile that isn't disabled. Oh, lovely. If you roll at least 1, 6, trigger an alarm here unless you spend a cool. That's not necessarily a problem for us. We are just going to have to roll a camera for twice. So we have to roll. We got a 4, and we roll again. We got a 2. So we are safe as far as the camera goes. Don't love that for us, though. But right now, this guy is still trying to head... No, this guy is trying to head over here, which is not good for us. We have a stealth, which is fine, but we probably should move out of the way. But then we'd have to come back here. I don't love that, but we might have to explore up here anyway. You know what? We're going to come down here. We're going to spend our last action to come back there. When you enter, you may ready an exhausted worker on this tile. There aren't any. Okay, that is that. We are going to resolve this, which means because he just appeared, he doesn't actually activate, but he still does flip his next card, which means he gains suspicion. Lovely. And now we're back to her. Okay, so she can spend an action to jump and discard a patrol card and jump to the indicated tile. I think we'll do that. We're going to discard that. We're going to jump over to B1. That's a jump action. That's her action. So it's action 1. She's now down to 3 over here. We're going to draw a tile. And we got start on this point. Checkpoint. When you enter, flip this tile. The effect on the other side does not trigger this turn. But we did not go there, so that's fine. So now we still need... Oh, we have a worker. Okay. So we still need to deal with the mainframe over here. We haven't found it yet. We have 3 tiles here and a whole bunch up here. So we have 3 actions left. If I go to here, I'm going to have to come back and deal with that. So, but if I head here, he's going to be in the way. So I think we are going to go here, knowing we can always walk out here using my tool. So we're going to pop out over here. Or maybe I should do both tiles. I have 3 actions left. I could go 1, 2, 3. which is not the worst. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to go 1 down to here. Okay. We're going to draw a tile from the bag and see if it's a mainframe. It is not. No. While here, if your actions end here, lose 2 cool. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. And then we're going to go back here, which is going to result in this flipping. When you enter, flip this tile, lose 1 stealth, and flip this tile. Okay. So that's going to be next time. When stop enters, flip this tile. So we are fine right now. We don't have to worry about it yet. Next time that will trigger. And then we're going to spend our last action to wander down here. And we're going to draw a tile. And it is the mainframe. We got the mainframe. Okay, so the mainframe is on the inactive side right now. Flip this tile and the air duct tile as soon as both Omega Protocol sysops are active, which they are. So we are going to flip this immediately, which means we're now going to resolve this thing over here. We also flip the air duct, and we can now escape through the air duct. If the AI has been defeated, any player may exit here as a free action. No corp turn after a player exits. So we basically have turns to exit here because we need to kill it and get out. But now we have to resolve this. When the mainframe tile is flipped to active, draw a patrol card for each floor to rearrange the walls, which is lovely. I don't know if it's actually a good thing or a bad thing. It's just situational. We got a tile over here. We got a tile over here. A tile over here. You may not see it, by the way. There's tiny, faint lines. Enough that it's not obtrusive when you're setting up or changing things, but enough that it is things. There's walls there. Okay. So we do that over here. That was our 4th action, by the way, so we are out of actions. Then we got to rearrange the floors up here as well. That's going to go there. That one stays there. This one stays here. This one actually kind of moves back there anyway. This one is here. This one's here. This one's here. And this one's here. Okay. That's a decent change overall. And then we proceed with end of turn things. End of turn things, this guy's still going to go, which is interesting. His pathway kind of changed a little bit. This should be off the board. I don't know why he's still there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to reveal a new tile for the destination. He has 1 action left for moving. Not the worst, unless, of course, we draw a tile that is this one. That would be bad. That would be very bad. But possible. Things happen. Okay. We are going to reveal it, and it's C2. So back there, and then 6. So just heading back there. Then we draw a card for him, and he's got suspicion. This is where we are potentially going to run into problems. That was her turn, which means it's now the rook's turn. The rook kind of wants to go to the next floor because we need to get more of these things. So if we pop back up here, first of all, changes the activation sequence, but also we're now going to follow with this thing. We're going to charm. So action 1, that. Action 2, charm. We're going to draw a bunch of cards. Jump the systop on your floor to any tile adjacent to you. Okay, we're going to jump you over here, I guess. Oh, that's not great. He's going to walk through us. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, we're going to pull you into the space. Draw another card. We're going to pull you into the space. Draw another card. Glitch. Skip the next core turn. I love that. Love that. Okay, we got this combo over here. So we're working our way towards building these combos. We got 3 out of the 6 colors we need. And we're going to pull you in. And then go this one, stop drawing, trigger an alarm here. So the alarm is going to be triggered here, and we're going to gain a suspicion, which won't matter because sets my destination to nearest player on my floor, which is already him. Okay, and we got this card, which is amazing, both for, card management and all that. We still need an orange and a red, which actually, if we get these 2 people together, we can do that. We can do that. 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just trying to think this through. Because we want to get her. Once per turn, we can jump you. I think it might be worth it. Getting you there. Trigger an alarm on your current tile and place a stairs token on your current tile. The stairs token works like a stairs figure for both the tiles on and the tile up or down a floor. That's not the craziest thing that I've thought of. If we jump you down 1, nope, not worth it. Add 3 stealth tokens to your current tile. These tokens are only used on that tile. Okay, that's fine too. So I'm just processing because I have 2 actions left. I could just go downstairs. Why don't I just go downstairs and work my way towards them? That's not crazy. Okay. I think I will go back downstairs with 1 and then head to the camera with 2, which is not crazy, I think. I think it's really not crazy. I'll have to roll the 6s, which I think is the risk part. That's the risk part. I don't want to do that. But I think it's worthwhile. So we're going to head over here. Okay. Then we're going to add stealth tokens to my current tile. These tokens may only be used while on that tile. That's going to help us. Basically, you can use the stealth tokens. I'm throwing a smoke bomb down, which will help us if we need to, if we're in a pinch. That's my ability there. And then because I enter there, I do have to roll the die twice. We got a 1, which is totally fine, and we got a 2, which is totally fine. Okay, that ends my turn. The stop on this floor is going to go, which is not great. 1, we're going to draw a new card. 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. That was not good. That wasn't good. Now the question is, are we fine on our action economy? Because here's where I am right now. You can go that way. That's fine. I think we're fine. I think we might be fine. Let's play this out. Wait, let's draw a card. Everyone refreshes. Beautiful. Okay. 1, 1, and then everyone moves down. So 1, nothing else moves. All right. It is her turn. She is now going to go. She can go through walls to avoid problems. When you enter, lose a stealth and flip this tile. I don't want to do that. So I could use this. Fine. So we're going to use this. Ignore the effects of walls. We're going to basically do this. Lose a cool if you have any, but we don't need to. This allows us to ignore the effects of walls. So we're going to walk through a wall. We're going to pop down here. Okay? Done. That card's done. That was action 1. Ignore the effects of walls this turn. This entire turn. How interesting. I don't think it matters, but it's interesting. 2, 3. So that's down to 3 actions. So we should have 1 action left. Do we ignore cameras? We do not. So we are going to roll for the alarm. So let's roll this twice. We got a 6. Oh no. Okay. If you roll at least 1 6, trigger an alarm here unless you spend a cool. I don't have cool, so we are going to trigger an alarm here. So we're going to trigger an alarm, which means he's going to get suspicion, and he's going to set the destination to over here, which I don't think matters for the purposes of things right now. Actually, it does a little. It does a little, but it's still fine. It's still fine because he's just going to walk there, and there's a stealth token here. But right now, we have 1 action left. With our last action, we will give these tiles to him. Because then, we can basically build a perfect combination if we orient this with these. So we have 1, 2, 3 over here. I'm just going to show you how we can get our tiles lined up. That one's going to go over there. That one's going to go over there. We have our... We don't have yellow. We don't have freaking yellow. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, we do have yellow. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, and I believe we have all. We have our salmon, we have our red, we have our orange. Okay, if we have to reorient this here. So we place this like so, and then we have our orange, we have our yellow, we have our green, we have our blue. Okay, so these cards we have to discard a card because we now have 9 cards, but that's fine. We have all of our cards that we need to hack the mainframe. We need to get to the mainframe, which I forgot about that part. We need to get to the mainframe to actually take it out. Because I was thinking these guys, but that's not how that works. So we'll be fine, probably. Lose 1 stealth and flip this tile. Okay, we'll figure it out. Anyways, we got our stack over here, and now it's their turn. These can reset, by the way, as well when they got their cool. Forgot to do that. We are now going to have him go 1, and we'll move a stealth from this tile. Then we'll set a new destination, which is going to be A2, which is the tile he's on. That's rare, but it happens. D1, back to the corner over here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New destination, which is not great for us, by the way. B4 down here. And so 6. So he's going to walk over there, which is not the best, but I think it's still fine-ish. If we go 1, 2, 3, and then we let him wander out. We have to get out. This is the problem. We actually have to get out. How do I do this? Do we have another ability? We do. Stop a sysop in your tile. Oh, there was that turn. There was a turn where I was supposed to skip the core turn. I forgot to do that. Stop a sysop in your tile or an adjacent tile from gaining suspicion permanently. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Should have done that. That would be helpful. In the meantime, I could go 1, 2, 3 and hack that and lose a stealth. I think it's worth it. Because I think it lets us exit and deal with things. So we are going to go 1, which does mean a new tile, which I don't love that. We got a to enter. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. To enter must be your first action. That was my first action. We got incredibly lucky over here. That's the orange keypad. We are now going to spend our second action to go here. We're going to lose. Oh no, we can't do this. Oh no, he entered. He entered. He went a sysop, enter this tile, we flip it. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's a checkpoint. Basically, when we enter there, we lose a stealth, but because he entered there, he flips it back to its safe side. So we are fine in theory. This is actually going to work out timing-wise. So 2, that's going to flip it, and now it's going to be, again, relevant, but he's going to be coming back through. 3, lose a stealth, which we're fine. We can afford to. Not only can we lose our last stealth, we are, as long as when we lose a stealth and we can't, that's when we lose. Okay, we lose our stealth. We are going to discard our stack and kill the mainframe. So the mainframe is now killed over here. That means it's done. We can now get out of here. We can basically exit. Oh, did I forget to do this? Place toxic tokens on this tile and the adjacent tiles. If you end your turn on a tile with toxic token, lose 1 stealth. Remove all toxic tokens when AI is hacked. So it doesn't matter because I forgot to put this out, but it doesn't matter because we hacked it. So we hacked the mainframe, and then we are going to that's it. That's our 4th action. 1, 2, 3, and then hack the mainframe. Okay, we're done. The AI takes its turn. It's going to go 1, which is going to flip this back, which is important for us. Gives us more of a chance of getting out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. New location comes out. It's going to be B2. Okay, this actually should be on a 6. I don't know why it's there. Anyways, back to her turn. She can go 1, 2, 3, 4. If the AI has been defeated, any player may exit as a free action. Perfect. So 1, first action of the turn. Oh, that's going to be a problem for him. Do we have any things we can do? Not necessarily, but here's what we can do. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll do a charm action. Okay, so we're going to charm. Okay, so we drew this, which actually doesn't help me as much as I thought. Sits on the floor, gains a suspicion. That wasn't good. No, trigger an alarm here. Trigger an alarm here. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, so he gains suspicion. But we do have this card. The reason that was relevant is because we can discard it over here to help him out, which I think makes sense for us to do. Okay, so we went 1, 2, 3. We did a free action. That's a free action in the adjacent tile. So we could go up here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to, with our 4th action, we're going to go back here. And then as a free action, we're going to discard this orange to flip this tile so that our other guy can walk through it. That was a good way to do that, I think. I think that was good. That made sense. That made sense. We are now out of the zone over here. We triggered an alarm. He's going to go 1, 2. We're going to draw the new destination card. 3, 4. New destination card. 5, 6. Okay, so that's not great for us. But 1, 2, 3, 4. He could do that. Okay. Well, we're going to do it. Oh, and then we draw the bad card. The bad card is everyone stands up. Okay. Then we are going to now go 1, which is going to flip this tile. But it's not a problem for us yet. 2, which is fine. 3, which is fine. He does go clockwise, so we could just wait it out. I think that makes the most sense. We do have a stealth, but I just think it makes the most sense. We are going to put memory injection onto him, so he can no longer gain suspicion. Just make our life a little easier. Okay. Then he'll go 1, 2, 3. D2. 4. And clockwise means he goes this way. No, he doesn't. He goes onto our zone. That's not great. That's not great. Okay, it's fine. We're going to lose our last... each of them are going to lose a stealth. That wasn't the best. Okay, but anyways, where do we go? He goes over here. 5. I think he goes down 1. Does he go down 1? What did I do? Where was I at? I think so. I think it goes down 1 over here. Okay. This is going to be really, really close, I think. Dun, dun, dun. How do we handle this? Because he's going to go here. That's the real problem. It's on to her turn. She can simply go, oh, that's interesting. Because when no core turn after a player exits. That's interesting. This is going to be very tricky to manage because he's the one who's in trouble. Basically, what she can do is she can go 1, lose her stealth, not caring at all. 2, exit the board, and then the core doesn't take a turn. Then it's back to him. The problem is he doesn't have a stealth to lose. When you enter, if you have more than 2 program cards, trigger an alarm. Okay, that's the move. That's the move. We go 1, 2, and wait. Okay? Then he takes his turn. 1, 2. It goes over here. 3, 4. No. No. 5. And we lose. He goes clockwise. We just lost. We lost. So close. So close. Well, we're dead. We did shut down the mainframe, but we're dead. The Omega Protocols killed us. That's a gameplay of Burgle Bros. That's how the game works. You basically try not to die. And we died. You gotta manage your risks, mitigate. There possibly was a way I could have done better there. I feel I could have done better. I feel I could have made it, but I didn't. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Solo Sunday gameplay of Burgle Bros 3. This is the newest iteration of Burgle Bros. Yeah, we'll talk about more in a review, but that's going to be for another day. Until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. Hope you enjoyed this so close, but not quite there mission. And as always, I hope you have a good one.